There were two locations I had yet to go visit in Probeda Factory. A place called the Pillar Forest, and the farthest north we can go in the factory region. The purpose of my personal research trip was to simply see what was in these two locations, but with the added goal of finding the rest of D's letters. I also took on a task from the research department to photograph a few entities as a way to make a few extra dollars. As a way to help fund this trip, I would also grab as many artifacts and weapons that I could sell later. Shoot.
Oh, I regret that decision. Clear. Well, it's a good place to drop these off, I guess. You know what? I might keep you. Oh man. Well, you get a picture of you anyway. That is a good shot. I'm thinking right here. Oh, I thought I missed that. There.
To get to the Pillar Forest, I had two available routes. Cut through the factory and risk the countless entities, or go around the entire factory, which is probably safer.
Hey! I didn't know that was back here. I don't have one of these yet. And it's fixable. I've been really wanting to get one of these. You know what? This is a safe spot for you. Mini stash. I am coming back for that. Well, that's interesting. Okay. That's a surprising amount of ammo. Whoa!
Is Max coming out to play?
Empty.
I was now trapped in a firefight with a gas mask on, and I dare not take it off while in a gas anomaly. There was no end to the mimics. I was burning through my ammo faster than I'd cared for. I had to do something if I was to reach the pillars at all.
Man. You know what? Just for you. Darn it. Oi!
Is Max coming out to play?
I can't work this. Come on. Whew.
This was my chance. A brief pause that provided enough time for me to run from the factory to the warehouses below. I took my chance and ran for it. After reloading my weapons, I quickly look for anything that can help me. I used a lot of the meds during the fight, and anything I can find will be a huge help. The warehouse was once again bare of anything valuable, until I found the back office, with a weapons case and a gearbox.
Weapons case and ammo crate.
I found an AK-47U,
Hey, that's right.
and concluded that I should make a stash instead of carrying all the weight around. I will come back and reclaim it on the way home.
Some meds in here. And there's no. Ooh, subsonic runs though.
I made my way to the safe house to clean my weapons and sleep through the night. The factory is not a place you want to wander around in the dark.
You know, the dumb part is that there's a ramrod right there. 2 days. I can have that.
The next morning, I was greeted by a patrol.
Nice shot indeed. Oh, shoot.
I grabbed the last picture I needed for my photography
Don't need
mission
that anymore.
and booked it before the mimic spotted me. But as I ran from one danger, I stumbled into another.
Gonna act like he didn't see me and just keep on creeping this way.
A mimic with an automatic spotted me at a distance, forcing me into a duel.
Don't go near the webs. Careful around the fog. I'm over here.
While I was here, I wanted to look around for any more of Dee's letters.
Oh, it's a lot of webs. If I were a letter, I'd be in here. Sweet, 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 sweet. Right there. Carefully, carefully, carefully. Meds. Hallelujah. Okay, we're back at the river. Huh. You know, I don't remember ever checking this place out.
I have overlooked this pond before, but for some reason,
Somebody's
I felt compelled to
smoke break.
inspect the waters.
For my profits. No letter, but I could sell you. Can I get in the water here? This water's safe. Actually, I don't see anything worth grabbing on the boat. Oh, there's a dead guy on there. Oops. Why are you out there? It's a shame because I don't think I can reach you. Why are you on that boat? Oh, wait, there's another dead guy. And I can't swim.
Why there were 2 corpses in the ruins of the boat is beyond me. But the fact is that they are there, and it's worth pointing out.
Stuck in that anomaly. I'm gonna leave him. Oh, shoot. I see you, Mr. Sniper.
Moving back north now, I came to the train shelter, where a single car floats alone.
Oh, thank goodness. Touch. New machete and heads. Oh.
I was now in new territory.
Wow. That's a lot of floating debris.
I had never been this far into the factory region, and it was wild. The sights of the floating remains of buildings left me awestruck.
Wow. That's a big hole.
Why was this here?
What's that?
It wasn't part of the original quarry and appeared to be swallowing up the 2 buildings on the edge.
Rock? This thing thinks it's rock.
This is actually the very crater from the meteor that may have caused the radius in the first place.
Huge hole.
Or is it? Now that I've seen it firsthand, I'm not convinced that this is ground zero for the radius event. Simply because the radius orb is not anywhere near here. In fact, the crater is nowhere near the center of the radius, unless the event did start here and then move locations.
I just can't help but look at this thing.
I don't think this can be called the starting point of the Pachorsk event. My theory is that this is another after effect of whatever caused the events in the first place.
Over the edge.
That said, it may be difficult to hear, but if you stand right over the edge, you can hear a low rumbling that shakes my very bones.
Really? You came all this way out here to to become a statue and you have nothing to say. Well, that's almost a shame.
My next goal is to explore the Pillar Forest, which is just beyond the crater location. Unfortunately, the sky was now dark and I couldn't see where I was walking. I decided to look around for a place to lay low, and came across a path that exited into the
that's
fog.
not marked on any maps. Let's find out where this goes. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I'm back here.
I came out of the fog where I first entered the factory region. I went full circle. Not wanting to lose my way and go all the way around again, I cut through the factory itself in order to save time. But that would mean fighting more mimics.
I see you. It is down there. Another mountain.
While the risk was great, the rewards were clearly worth it.
Just because I gotta come back for you.
No! You did it again! You little...
Nope. Let's be a point blank range shot with this thing. Ooh, another one.
Now I can make my way back to the pillars. But as I entered the rows of freestanding concrete, I spotted something odd.
Oh.
Not every day you see a seeker wanting to go for a ride in a truck.
That's a lot. Ooh. Oh, nice. Full thing of cleaning spray. It's always welcome. I thought for sure they would be in this part of the area. Whoa. This is a lot of damage.
This place felt wrong.
Medicals.
Like something was very out of place. The wreckage was not like the other ruins found in the region. There was no floating debris, no charred remains, or even anomalies within the location itself. The gear I found was good. Great, even. The condition was spotless. There was food. Full containers of cigarettes. All just left there.
Another full thing of cigarette.
This was a location of a horrible accident. Judging by the clues left behind, this was a fortified camp set up by the UNPSC. We know that this place was set up not too long ago, by the FN-17 and the DVL magazines I found. The FN-17 was made in 2004, and the DVL was made in 2010. So that means that this spot could not have been any older than 2010. That makes this location the youngest evidence of UNPSC activity that we can put a date to. But it appears to be a short-lived camp. A bomb, or
Judging
perhaps
by
a
the
military-grade
blast,
explosive,
this was a
was
very
set
bad
off in the middle of
explosion.
the camp, destroying all defenses and most supplies. There are no bodies around, so it's unclear if there were casualties. Thankfully, the explosion was contained to this small location. The camp's firing range and lookout tower were not damaged. What caused the explosion will remain unknown. However, I find it odd that this location is so close to the place we found the bomb, used to break down the door in the factory office. As for the rest of the Pillar Forest, it appears to be a construction site intended to expand the factory. Now the pillars are covered in web anomalies and what remains of the construction equipment. My bag is heavy now and the tide will be coming in close soon. I have many more places I want to see, but I would rather not run short of time. I make one last stop at the 2 anomaly clusters to look for artifacts to help pay for this trip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's to be expected. Now you're a funky boy.
This is a rare artifact, only found in the factory region and in coal hearts. They sell for a very high price. After finding a few more artifacts in the ruins of the large building, I make my way through the factory.
There's the AK? Oh, it's one of the AKs I tossed up there. Nuts. Oh boy, collecting guns today.
Back at the road to Probeda, I make a pile of the weapons I'd collected before making my way to reclaim the stash I dropped behind.
5 firearms.
Once the reclaiming of the gear was complete,
boy.
I had to decide how I was going to get all these firearms home.
Shiny.
I decided to load all that I could into my
Big piece of
bag
shiny.
and to make one slow trip through Probeda, and would return with an empty bag to gather the last guns. On the first trip through, I would gather up all the artifacts that I left behind. The walk is slow, dark, and lonely, but soon the lights that illuminate the road to Vano welcome me home.
My other blank.
The walk is slow, dark, and lonely, but soon the lights that illuminate the road to Vano welcome me home. I rush to empty my bag and leave my Mosin behind. Armed only with my pistol, I rush as fast as I can, avoiding the fragments that attempt to cut me off. I gather up the last of my looted guns and sprint back to Vano.
That is a lot of loot.
Now begins the process of cleaning all the firearms I brought back. I want to get as much profit as I can, so that means cleaning them myself before dropping them into the shop box. The process of cleaning and sorting out the pile takes nearly 45 minutes, but the reward for the work was well worth it.
$6,772 for the whole pile. That's awesome. As a personal reward.
But even with the fatter bank account, this mission was still a failure. I could not find a single note from D. His lost logs are still lost, waiting in the dust of Probeda Factory. I will need to return there and try again later to complete the story of D.
Midnight.